So I hear this all the time with coaching clients that I see, and it makes sense in that we think in our mind to get more of what we want or something that we want, we have to add something to our schedule and our time. So you got a busy life, you might have a family, children, you got things going on, and you're tired at the end of the day, or you're tired throughout the day. It makes no sense to the mind to add something else or even more to do to your already busy schedule to accomplish a goal. But the thing is the mind loves to stay busy. The mind loves to occupy itself with things, noise, occupied thoughts, anything to create distraction. Anything that it knows how to do and do well, it's gonna feed you to get your attention so that you don't pay attention to what you want. So people who are overwhelmed tend to be programmed to be overwhelmed. People who are busy in their minds or busy outside actively, in the physical realm, they tend to be conditioned that way. And it's not that it's a bad thing, it's not that it's a problem or like a character defect, but what happens is through the course of their life, their wants and needs start to come up because it's creating a negative consequence to not be able to get those things. And that would be growth to the self. That would be evolving to you, right? The mind wants no part, the analytical mind wants no part of you evolving or growing. It wants to keep you captive to its programming and its system. And so the thought that I don't have time to work on myself or I don't have the energy to make change is just more of mind chatter to get you to stay stuck in old patterns. And that's simply all it is. If you heard the words aloud, I'm afraid to be less busy, it sounds completely crazy, right? Like no one would say that rationally they would want to be in that space. To the mind, busyness and overwhelm is its safety area. It's its zone of being comfortable. It knows how to operate with chaos, busyness, being overwhelmed, the to-do list, always being occupied. So if you're afraid to be busy, it's really the subconscious mind giving you signals to not reduce the load that you have, to start saying no to things, to start doing things that actually give you life, that actually give you a sense of fulfillment, fun, purpose, joy, spending more time in your relationships, not worrying about things. So it's not that you're afraid to be less busy, it's that your mind's afraid to be less busy, but you're being controlled by your thoughts. You're being controlled by your old habits. And then we use those old habits and thoughts and ways of being as a way to have an excuse to not do the things that we actually want to do, or take a chance to do the things that we want to do, take a risk, break old patterns. We use that space of comfortable, uncomfortable, so that we can not have to face the unknown, which the mind is absolutely terrified of. But then there's that part of us that doesn't want to do that anymore, and it's miserable. It's not happy anymore. It's not satisfied, not having fun. You're not enjoying your life. You're not getting what you want. So it's really important to notice these thought patterns as they arise, because they're gonna come up in your mind as very rational. It's gonna seem very rational. I don't have the time to add that to my life. It's a very rational thought, but really what your mind is saying is that particular thing that I could be doing to take better care of myself, to improve my health, to improve my relationships, to improve my energy levels, is going to actually tear down the structure, get rid of the space that it's created so that you don't have to change. To understand that the mind is not us, and it's going to use tactics and ways of talking to us that sound completely rational, yet they have no business making sense in the reality of what you want and the life that you want to have. We have to be aware of the game plan that the mind is using. And this is one of its most common tactics, is to give you forms of resistance through ideas and thoughts that are actually not in a rational thinking or reality, but they're going to sound like it. I'm afraid of not being busy is actually the mind's fear. That's not actually a rational thought based in your reality that you would hold, right? No, I want to be less busy. I want to be more in tune. I want to have more of what I want. So if you find something where you want to involve yourself in something, like you want to join a group, like this men's community I have going on, the whole intention of it as I'm creating it, it's not to add something more to people's lives. It's so that you can drop in there when you need to, get what you need, and then go live your life and then come back. You got some things that you've tested out, you got some experiences to share, you got some things to offer to other people. The idea would be, as I'm creating this, is that it would be something that would be life-giving, right? If I'm gonna pick up a book, I don't wanna just pick it up because I feel like I have to. And then if I read it, it's gonna make me some different person. And if I don't read it, I'm gonna be like lazy, right? Like I gotta find stuff that's life-giving. Otherwise the mind's gonna look at it as another thing to do, another chore to have to accomplish, another thing to put on my to-do list, and you're not gonna wanna do it, and it's gonna create resistance. So think about this for yourself. Is there anything that you've been putting off, anything that you've been delaying, or anything that you've been afraid to do because you don't want it to seem like more work, but then in essence what it's gonna do is actually give you more of what you want? Like there's no sacrifice there. It's you just actually getting more of you want, which is your mind's way of telling you like, don't do it, it's gonna make us more busy. But if you got anything like that, let me know in the comment section. I do have my men's community started, and I offer one-on-ones. You can check out that information in the comment section as well. My name's John. I'm a coach, therapist of 15 years. I help people get the life that they want. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching.